Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. First and foremost, I hope everyone had a safe New Year's Eve and a happy New Year. Welcome 2022. Thank you so much for all of the support in 2021 I received from you guys watching my videos and leaving sweet comments. 100% positive energy from you guys all throughout 2021, and I cannot say thank you enough to everyone who's been subscribed now from 2020 and 2021. If this is your first video and you're new here, welcome. I can't wait to have you along for the ride as I continue to make videos in 2022. I can't wait to keep sharing my coloring journey with you guys. So just thank you so much for all of the support that you guys have shown me. In today's video, we are going to go ahead and show my top 10 favorite finished pages of 2021. So I actually did this video last year. I did my 10 favorite finished pages of 2020. I'll have it linked here in a card for you guys if you want to go check that one out. But in that video, it was interesting. I watched it before I picked out my pages, and not only was it interesting to see my coloring evolve, but in that video I mentioned that it was hard for me to even pick 10 pages that I wanted to share. I didn't find it easy to find 10 pages that I loved that much. And that kind of made me sad, but also happy, because this year when I sat down to pick out the pages, I definitely had more than 10 pages to share. I would have loved to have shown 10, 15, 20 pages. So that just shows that I definitely have gotten more confident with my coloring and actually started loving the pages that I've finished. So that makes me really happy. And if you are interested, again, in seeing that video, I'll have it linked, as well as a link to my playlist that shows all of my finished pages every month from 2020 to 2021. If you're interested in checking out more of my artwork and my coloring pages. And you'll see, if you go back and watch that video of my 10 finished pages in 2020, you'll see that I did include split colorings. So you guys know I do split colorings with my mom and my sister every month, and in 2021 we actually finished an entire book of split colorings. So if I would have added that to my top 10 finished pages, like split coloring pages, I would have been nowhere near able to narrow it down to 10. So actually what I'm going to do is I am going to do a second video that is my top 10 favorite split colorings of 2021. So if you enjoy seeing my split colorings and you want to see what were my 10 favorite ones that I did last year, be on the lookout for that video. It should be coming soon. And you also might be wondering where my finished pages of December is. Guys, I'm so sorry. I know I didn't do a finished pages for November, and unfortunately I won't be doing a finished pages for December either. In November I was on vacation for 2 weeks and I didn't get a lot of coloring done that month. Not enough that I felt like it warranted an entire video. And then in December I ended up getting even less coloring done. Unfortunately, I ended up going full-time at my job and picking up a lot of extra hours. So, I'm just adjusting to my new schedule and trying to juggle everything with streaming and working and coloring and reading and all of my hobbies combined. So, I'm slowly getting into the swing of it. I'm fingers crossed there will be a finished pages for January, and that video will have everything combined from November, December, and January. So hopefully it'll be a good one. Hopefully it'll be worth the wait. I know that's everyone's favorite video. They're my favorite videos to watch as well. And unfortunately, like I said, I just haven't done a lot of coloring, but fingers crossed. We'll get one done. We'll get a video out for you guys in February of all my finished pages from the last 3 months. So, all right, guys, without further ado, let's jump into my top 10 favorite finished pages of 2021. All right, so these are in no particular order. In my last video, I showed them off from least favorite to most favorite. I love them all equally. They are all favorites. So this is just the first one, and this piece is by Mystic Art Mirrors. This was from their holiday collection. They had 3 different prints you could purchase, and I was hoping actually to get to another, holiday print from them this month, but that didn't happen, so maybe I will in January. I actually colored this one in January of last year, so this is what she looks like. And this one I really like because I was so close to trashing it, actually. Once I had done the background, I was like, I don't like it, I hate it. I wanted to do it like in colored pencil and with all the crazy blending and all of that. And once I had done the background, I was just like, oh, it's terrible, so I'm just gonna throw it away and not do it. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna practice my marker work with something I definitely got better at in 2021. And this was kind of one of the pieces that made me really get into using markers. So I was very new at using markers for alcohol markers, that is, for skin. And I absolutely love the way her skin came out. You can see here what I used the alcohol marker on, but yeah, this piece was done with alcohol markers, like I said. We have some acrylic paint. We have stickles on all the shine there. We have glossy accents on her nose. We have gelato on her lips. More glossy accents on the candy cane. We have jelly roll gel pen in her hair. I love this page. I absolutely love it. I'm still not too keen on the background, sure, but overall I think the centerpiece came out really well. Next page I have to share is another PDF. This one is by Karla Magana, and I believe this was an older line art that you could buy on her Etsy shop. I'll have it linked below, as well as the Mystic art. I'll have everything linked below. How about that? All the books I show, all the PDFs I show, everything like that will be linked in the description box if you're interested in picking anything up for yourself. So this one I did recently. This was in October. And I did follow, whenever I do Karla Magana's work, I like to follow her color alongs. I love the way she colors, so I always try to emulate it as best I can. I believe she colored a completely different image with these colors and things, but I loved the color combination. And I knew I had this print, and I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna try and emulate it on this one, and yep. I love the way it came out. Like, again, I said, I love the way Karla Magana colors her artwork, so I always do my best at following along. And I believe Karla Magana made it into my top 10 finished pages last year as well, so I definitely always love what I come up with when I color her work. This one was alcohol markers and gel pen. Another one from this past October is out of Mystic Misfits by White Stag. And this one I did in honor of my birthday. My birthday is October 13th. So I did this one with the 13 girl. You know, this one's rather simple, but I was so proud of this one. I love how I transformed the page, adding the white in her hair and adding the scratches and adding her eyes to look like they were blind. You know, I was just really proud of my creativity on this one, and just really happy with how it turned out. So, white Posca for her hair. Her skin, her eyes, and her shirt are done with polychromos, as well as the cat eyes and the background, and she's outlined with an alcohol marker. So yeah, I was really, really pleased with that one, and that's why it made it into the top 10. Obviously, I'm pleased with all of these very, very much. That's why they're here. Next up is Enchanted Faces by Miss Hannah Lynn, and this book was also featured in last year's video. A page made it out of this, of my favorite finished pages, and the page I did this year was this one, and of course, I had to include it. I absolutely love this page so much. I'm so happy with how this came out. This is all Prismacolor. The tiger is based with watercolor pencils, and so are the clouds, and then I went over the tiger with polychromos, and everything else, her skin, her hair, the background, the clouds, the mountain, her wing are Prismacolor, and then the blue background is alcohol marker. Her wing has a little bit of extreme glitter Mod Podge. There's some gel pen there on her jewelry, as well as the border. Definitely an all-time favorite from 2021. The next page I have to share is from A Million Cats by Lulu Mayo. And it's this double page spread. If you want to know more about my inspiration and my inspiration with the color palette and all of that, definitely check out the finished pages video that this was featured in, because I talk a lot more about all of those things. That this is just like a brief, you know, show off of the page. And this one actually wasn't going to pick this, but what ended up happening later on in the year was Lulu Mail actually reached out to me and asked if she could post a photo of this onto her Instagram, and I was so unbelievably flattered. I just thought she was just so sweet, and I couldn't believe that she wanted to post my page. So I was like, you know what, that's definitely a highlight for me of 2021, so I'm definitely going to add this page. And I think it's my only double spread that I have to show you today. I don't often do double page spreads because they're intimidating, so I'm proud of myself for getting this one done. This was done with Prismacolor colored pencils, gel pen, and black acrylic Posca paint pen for all. I blacked out the entire background, so a lot of work. This one was a labor of love. But I couldn't be happier with how it turned out. And again, I couldn't be more stoked that Lulu Mail wanted to post it on their Instagram. So up next, we have another PDF by Karla Magana. I have a lot of her books, but I always tend to reach for her PDFs for some reason. This was 100%. I followed a tutorial that she had posted of this page of her coloring it, and I just followed right along, and I was so pleased with the outcome. I mean, look at this shine on this. If you're wondering, those are Pentel Sparkle Pop gel pens. Those, everything on here is Pentel Sparkle Pop. I mean, like, look at, she is just a shimmer bomb. I absolutely love it. Alcohol marker, you can see there. And those gel pens. Look at how pretty. Also some black glaze on her bodice there, her lips, Jelly Roll black glaze. Yeah, I was just really pleased with how I was able to follow along with her tutorial and how the end product came out. So awesome. So I had to share this one. Next up, I have a page from Botanicum by Maria Troll. This one is my peach page, which actually are supposed to be plums, which is what Maria had drawn out. She drew plums, but I saw peaches, so that's what we went with. Again, I had a lot of inspiration from other pages. If you're interested in what those were, make sure you check out the video that this came from. I used Prismacolors, a watercolor pencil background with acrylic clouds that I painted in, and then everything else is Prismacolors. Like I said, I used lots of tutorials. I had a lot of inspiration. So happy with how this one came out. Next, I have a page from Seasons by Hannah Carlzon. I did this one all the way back in January, and I almost forgot about it. When I was watching back my videos, I was like, oh, I remember that, and I remember how absolutely in love I was with it. This one actually took me a very long time. This background took, oh my, weeks. I'm very slow at coloring with colored pencils, and the amount of blending and buffing out and just, crazy. Look at that. I was so proud of this candle. Making the flame blue, the drippy candle. The crystals gave me much trouble, but wow. Another reason why I find it so difficult to pick up Hannah's books, because every time I color in them, I am blown away with what I produce. I'm like, wow, I can't believe I, colored such a beautiful picture. And that every time I'm like, I want to live up to what I've colored previously. So I always get major anxiety about picking up her books, because I'm like, what if it's not as good as the last page? But I need to get over that. Like I said, I think I've colored a few Hannah pages and I've loved every single one of them. So I need to just start coloring more because they clearly are some of my favorite pages that I've colored. So I would like to add more to the collection. But yeah, again, this was from Seasons by Hannah Carlson. Next we have the first page I colored out of Mermaids by Camilla D'Errico. This is my first page I picked up or decided to color from this book. And it was this one, this octopus girly. Super, super, super cute. Again, I had lots of inspiration. I used tutorials, yada, 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 you know the spiel. I take lots of inspiration from other colorists. So again, if you're interested in seeing the tutorials I used or the people I took inspiration from, make sure you check out the video that this was featured in. This was done with watercolor pencils for everything except her skin. So the background is watercolor pencils, her hair is based, her bows are based, her eyes are based, and fully done the octopus legs. I went back over with a Prismacolor pencils for her skin is all done Prismacolor pencils, and I went over her hair and the bows. Yeah, added a bunch of gel pen. And loved the way this one came out, so super excited. Again, another book that intimidates me to color in, but whenever I actually do color in them, I adore the way they come out colored. So need to get over the fear and just start coloring in these books more. And the 10th and final page I have to share with you in this video is from Romantic Country, The Second Tale by Erie. This one. This is an exciting one. Yeah. Still stunned when I look at that I'm like, yeah, I colored that. I don't know how, but I did. No, I know exactly how. I followed a Chris Chang tutorial. If you don't know, if you haven't seen, Chris Chang's tutorials are impeccable, amazing. If you're interested in learning new techniques or getting more confident with colored pencils, definitely. It may look intimidating, but trust me, you can do it. Her tutorials are, in my opinion, easy enough to follow, and you know, she uses Prismacolors and she uses different color combinations that you would never think to use yourself, and her work is absolutely stunning. And it's scary to even try to replicate it, but again, whenever I have followed a Chris Chang tutorial, I'm absolutely blown away that I colored the pages after. So this again was one I'm still so proud of this. It's stunning, it's beautiful. My first time coloring a tree like this, like, oh, it's just so pretty. Alright guys, that was everything. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching this video. I really, really appreciate it. I would love to hear from you in the comments down below, something you're excited about for 2022, or maybe what your favorite page was that I shared today. Again, be on the lookout for that top 10 favorite split coloring pages that I completed in 2021. I'm super excited to film that and have that go up for you guys as well. Thank you again so much for all the love and support. I can't wait to hang out with you guys in 2022 and share our coloring journeys together, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!